Hey everybody, you've got the Carolina girl here, and I wanted to just fellowship with you tonight. As you know, we're all under quarantine across the country, and state of Michigan is, really strict. So I've been in this my little apartment here for a couple of weeks, and I am so ready to have some company. But that's not going to happen for a while. And I know everybody is facing all the same problems that we face, and it's not an easy thing to do. Um, but I thank God that we're able to um, still fellowship with Him, and we can still have His company when we can't have our neighbors. So thank you for joining me tonight, and I'm going to do a pour over. I have been doing a lot of just painting, and I wanted to show you. I think you can probably see some of these back here. I've been into birds, and so I've been doing a lot of bird painting, and so I have a big swan up here on my refrigerator. They don't stay up there all the time. I just wanted to show you. And I've got this little guy right here. It's called a violet green swallow. And this one up here I thought was so neat. It's a pine grosbeak. And so anyway, you can see what I've been doing. So I just tried to, I thought I'm ready to do something else for a while. So I'm going to do a pour over for you. I'm going to pull down my camera so that you can see what I am doing here. And I hope that you can see everything well enough. There. This is just a pour over that I'd already done, and I recycled it. And by that I mean I didn't like it that well, and so I have painted over it with just a black, and I'm going to just do it's not a big one. I think it's 12 by 14 or something like that. And what I do is I'm very good with a drill and a screwdriver. So I took these little cups, put nails in them, and then I just carefully put them into the back of this. So it's easy, it's sturdy, and easier to work with. And something else I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you what I use as an additive because it works so well even when I paint some of the birds and anything that I'm painting, really. Sometimes I'll just add a little of this additive to perhaps the clouds or the water, and it gives you kind of changes the texture of the paint, and it is so nice to work with. I get that at Lowe's. And so I've got my paint mixed up, and this one here is a turquoise. I'm using the turquoise and the yellow because I did one recently. I really liked it, and my daughter liked it as well, and so it's hanging on her wall in her bedroom. So I thought, well, I'm going to try to do another one. So I've got white, and I've got the yellow. It's a mixture of two different yellows, and what is the blue in the ocean, and this one is the aqua. Okay, so we're going to start. I'm going to do this little thing here. You can do it with anything, but it makes a good spot to kind of get it all in one place. That's what I'm trying to say. So we're going to start with, I've got them all stirred up. I did add just maybe 2 drops of silicone oil, and you get this at any hardware store, and it's silicone oil, and it normally will help your paint to the cells to populate a little better. So we're going to start, and I'm going to start with this about midway here, and I'm going to start with the yellow. And it is pretty light. It's not real thick this time, so I should get a much better coverage, because it's and this white, let me tell you, your paint is only as worth as what you pay for it. You get that cheap paint, and that white is cheap, and that's all I had, so I'm using it, and it feels like it's just, I don't know, a blow up thing. It's for kids, I'm sure. And so I don't like the white, but I'm using it. And sometimes it even gets lumps in it. That's too bad. But I was so intent on doing this tonight. And I'm going to start right back over with the yellow. You know, as this, I don't want to talk a whole lot, because when I watch people's demonstrations on YouTube, I kind of sometimes think, okay, would you just quit talking and show me what you're doing? And so I thought, okay, don't get up there and just do a lot of talking tonight. But I just want to tell you how happy I am and delighted that you took the time to join me tonight. So I'm thinking that right now this is probably going to be enough to start with, because I may put more around. In fact, I think I'll go ahead and put just, well, wait and see how it turns out. Okay, so I've got that mixed up, and I'm just going to very quickly and you can see that and you can see how it spreads so well when you don't have it just thick. And I'm hoping that I will get a lot of good cells from this, but I'm going to be adding some more. So we're going to stop right there, and I need to get my tweezers. I saw some white that did not, it's lumpy. Okay, we'll see. I'll take the torch to it in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and do this over again, over this way. And we're then going to start with the yellow, the white, that yucky white. And when I pour that in, it really, I can see that it's really getting some cells in it. And that's what it's all about, is seeing what you can create by mixing your paint different ways. And I can see in here several lumps, but we'll work on that in just a minute. So I've got some more in here, and I'm just going to take this and I'm going to swirl it. And we want to get down here and try to get it over the edge. And then you take it back to the middle again. And again. So when it starts splitting like this, I know that I need a little more on it. So I am going to set this right back down here. And I'm going to start with the yellow, and I'm going to add enough so that it doesn't just stream down like that. It means I don't have enough paint on there. Okay, let's try this once more. And I am going to take it in this direction. And you can see how the cells begin to populate so beautifully. So I'm going to take this one and run it off the edge. And then we're coming back. Still got plenty of movement there. And I can keep seeing those little globs of white. I will not use that ever again. And another thing, these little cups that I put on here, they tend to help me hold on to it and let it shift around. And so I'm not getting enough on the edges. So again, I'm going to do the same thing. Thing about this, you can continue till you get what you want. Use the rest of that. I'm going to go with the rest of the white. A little bit of yellow. And that's going to give us just enough to get those edges covered well. Okay, last time. And we are going to just take it, and I'm just going to swirl it. Oh, look at that. That is going to be so pretty. Want to get it around the edges because it looks so pretty when it drips over the edges. I want to go back here and turn that a little and try to get some over this little black where I had painted the black background. And it's still flowing well. I tell you, I find so much enjoyment in doing this. You know, I like painting just the regular acrylic paints and landscapes and things like that, but it just seems like with the pour over, you always end up with something so magical. And that's what I like about it. Let's see. See if I can get a little more down here around that edge. Yeah, it's coming. So, okay. So I'm going to, first of all, See if that's white, if I can get it. Yes, there's a glob. That's not good when you're doing a picture for someone. You are commissioned to do it by them, and then you get paint that is not real good. That's not good. So put just a little bit more of this on here. Let it just run off. And you know, when it sits for a while, the cells change for you, and you never know what you're going to get. But it you can let it sit for a while, which you do to let it dry, and you come out with something that looks totally different than it did 30 minutes prior to that. Because as it populates, okay, I want to clean off my glove here. And I'm going to take my torch, and this torch helps to get some of the bubbles out. And it also helps to bring some of the cells up. And actually, I can see some black coming through, which is okay, because I had that on as the background. And so it's going to pop through and give it a little black in there, and that's okay. It'll look good. Okay, let's see if I can do this edge here just a little bit. Sometimes you have enough to do your edge, and sometimes you don't. The one that I did for my sister, for my daughter, I didn't actually do it for her, but she just liked it so well, and she was redoing her bedroom, and she said, "Mom, I think that would look beautiful in my bedroom," and she never asked for my paintings that much. So I said, "Well, sure," and it does. It looks very pretty anytime I go in there into her house. I love that painting on her wall. So this is going to sit for a while, and I can see some of the Mediterranean blue that's coming through there, and I like that because I thought I was going to lose it here with the others. Okay. So again, if you can see this, I don't know how well you're seeing it because of the glare. And one of these days I might actually get a camera. So if you can see that, and it's going to be dry in here in a minute, and it's probably going to totally change its what it looks like now. So, and I want to tell you how much I appreciate you joining me, and I'm going to get me some more white paint before I do another one, but I'm going to do some more pour overs, and I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed talking to you. And we're in this unprecedented virus that is just so bad right now. And I've seen people on YouTube that I know requested prayer for their friends. And so I just want everybody to be safe, wear your mask, and try to take care of yourselves. And until next time, God bless you. You've got Carolina Girl signing off. Thank you.